So when I was in Canada, I went to university. I studied music, and I ended up with a teaching job, a private teaching job, and there was just a point in my life where I was like looking for a change. I wanted to move to Ireland, but I was stuck in this job. This was a contract job, so it was a year kind of thing. So I was like, oh, I can't really do it. And I was thinking, I was like, well, I could just make the goal a little bit longer. So I decided my first step, it was just all about little steps. My first step was not to renew my contract. So that was the one thing. And even then, that didn't get me to moving abroad right away. It took another year of, hemming and hawing and saving and kind of taking another job. But yeah, it kind of all came together in a weird way. But over the summer, I had some savings. There was a point where I was thinking of moving in another part of Canada, and a friend of mine mentioned, oh, you always wanted to go to Ireland, and I realized that I really didn't have anything to hold me back, and that was how it happened. Yeah, well, of course, the renewing the contract, that was a big one, because it was like, oh God, now I'm in a position where I don't know what my income is going to be like, because it was something that was solid that I knew, and then I had to go find another job, and I didn't want to launch into another teaching position because I knew that would take, another year, and then I would be locked in and wouldn't be able to do things. So there was that, and then, then working, and I was in a relationship with someone, and it wasn't really working, but we were thinking of moving somewhere. So he mentioned he was thinking of moving to was Montreal, and I was like, well, I don't want to move to Montreal. And then I was like, I think I'd like to move abroad. That was a big decision, as well. And then you have to tell your friends and family, and that was another, it's all it is. They are hard to do, but you just do it, and then it's, I was really terrified, but I was curious at the same time to see what was on the other side of that fear. So I kind of pushed past it, and every time I pushed past it, the results were so much better than if I were to be left wondering, what if? I think that, yeah, it was the best move for me. Just changing scenes, it just enables you to do things and try things that you'd never do in a place like home, because you've grown up, the people around you know you, and they have this idea of you, and they have this idea of what you're capable of, and you come to a place where you're starting afresh, and you kind of have the opportunity to launch into things you wouldn't typically do at home. But that's what I found anyways. It's everyone has that negative role in their head, this voice that just keeps going on, that talks, that isn't, I don't think it's necessarily yourself, it's just, no, you can't do that, no, you shouldn't, and it's this thing that you kind of have to learn to ignore, or answer back with something positive, because otherwise you'd be stuck. And I went from that to kind of, yeah, just going for what I want. 'Cause life is short. I would just say, yeah, go for it. Just, whatever, say yes to the opportunities that, are helpful to growth, and not, time wasters. you know, the friends and partying and stuff. Like, I remember being 18 and being asked to sing in a band, and I was so caught up in my own warped perception, my self-esteem, that I couldn't push past it, and it totally blocked that opportunity, and, you know, it fell through, and that's what I wish that I had known then, you know, so that I could just go for it.